This is all the Real Madrid news that came out today. Now this is part 2 out of 2. Now a lot of news did come out, so pay attention. Xabi Alonso today left Real Madrid, and well, he will focus on the next chapter of his career in the next months. Top clubs in Europe still appreciate him, and he's considered as one of the top names to follow in the football industry. Also know that Xabi Alonso was not respected in training sessions. Some important players were strolling around in training. There were players who arrived at the last minute, finished the session, and left immediately. Xabi Alonso, his assistant, and his fitness coach all had to keep saying to some players to do gym work, pressing, or tactical work. And well, Fabrizio also said the relationship between Xabi Alonso and some of the players was not the best. Vini Jr., for instance, has not signed his renewal because he wanted to see what happens with Xabi Alonso. And well, now he is gone. Now, before I move on with this topic, on Wednesday, Real Madrid vs Albacete, Alvaro Arbeloa's first challenge. And also know that Real Madrid is still not planning a winter signing. Offers for many players will be made in the coming days, but everything's on hold for next summer. Everyone knows the squad needs signings, but the club does not believe in the winter window. Now, with that being said, if you're enjoying the video so far, just like the video so I know. And if you want to stay updated with Real Madrid news, just follow. A shout out to all the people that commented in my last video. Now, if you want a shout out for the next video, just type Arbeloa in the comments. Now, also, there was talks about Ferland Mendy. Renewing Ferland Mendy's contract was an express request from Ancelotti, and was backed by the club after winning the Champions League in 2024. It was a reward for the title achieved. And before Ferland Mendy's renewal, the medical assessments had already warned that it was a mistake. One of the experts who analyzed him even went so far as to say it was a miracle that he could play football. Now, also know that Real Madrid is also negotiating with Adidas to renew their deal. However, it isn't urgent as the current deal expires in 2029. The current deal earns Real Madrid an estimated 120 million euros annually. Now, also, Real Madrid close to renewing their sponsorship deal with Emirates. The current deal is worth 70 to 80 million euros. This new deal could exceed 100 million euros per season, and the goal is to exceed 300 million euros per season. Now, clubs who earn the most money through kit sponsorship deals annually. Real Madrid in first place with 260 million euros. Now, also, there was news about Endrick. Real Madrid have a clause in Endrick's contract to bring him back before January 20th. However, it's said that Endrick has settled well at Lyon. He's happy and wants to continue with his loan. Now, also, there was news about Vini Jr. having muscle cramps. He ended the match last night with fatigue and muscle cramps, but no injury. Now, it was also said by Alvaro Esteban. According to the club, players like Fede and Vini Jr., who were taken off last night, have nothing major aside knocks and fatigue. Tomorrow, we'll see how they're doing. Now, also know that Vini Jr. is currently a doubt versus Albacete in the Copa del Rey. And also talking about Vini, Carvajal and Vini both went to Araujo last night to ask about his situation and how he's doing. Now, also, Diego Simeone has apologized to Florentino Perez and Vini Jr. during his ongoing press conference. He said, "I would like to apologize to Mr. Florentino Perez and Mr. Vini Jr. for what happened the other day. It was not right." And Lamine said this to Dean: "Get out of my way. Are you stupid or what? Don't get it twisted. You push me, don't get it twisted." Now, also, Toni Kroos said, "The only noteworthy thing from the Clásico happened thanks to Vini Jr. because he was creating space on his own. If you want him to be decisive, you need him on the left. All the danger came about thanks to him." And he also said it's admirable that Xabi Alonso is adapting. He knows things wouldn't end well if he went toe-to-toe with Barca. That's why he's trying to take on the path with the highest chance of success, something that's already worked for him in the League Clásico. Fortunately, now Xabi Alonso is now gone. And well, now he is the 16th coach that Florentino Perez has had as the president of Real Madrid. Arbeloa will be the 17th. And Jorge Valdano, former Real Madrid player, coach, and sporting director, I saw Xabi Alonso as unstable from the first day. I never felt that he had the club support. Team lacks a strategist. Sometimes a single player can trigger a different way of functioning. Now, also, only 6 Real Madrid players completed 20 plus passes versus Barca last night. Thibaut Courtois, Raúl Asensio, Tchouaméni, Dean, Álvaro Carreras, and Jude Bellingham. Other midfielders, Camavinga, 12 passes completed, and Fede Valverde, 9 passes completed. Now, lastly, Musiala picked Mbappe and Jude Bellingham in the EA Sports FC Team of the Year. Now, with all that being said, let me know what you guys thought about the news.